Hi, my name is Rebecca Bennett. I am in Professor Mindy Bailey's Humanities 1301 class at Collin College. And recently we had to do a discussion on several videos, and I was inspired by all of them. But one video by Ken Robinson based on education, and then watching another video by Tina Siegling on Talks at Google, I was inspired to do this video about my experience in the dog training world. Years ago, about 15 plus years ago, I picked up a dog that a breed called a Great Pyrenees, and I wanted to put training on him because he weighed 70 plus pounds when I got him. And so I went to one of the only handful of dog training centers in the Dallas area, and I put training on him. And it was a wonderful experience as far as it really opened my eye in dealing with the difficult breed and putting behaviors on it. However, my point of this video is to show the progression that we have experienced in the dog training world. When I took my first dog into the dog that I put training on into the dog training world, it was all about correcting with the word no. So you would have this around the dog's neck, or a choker collar, which is one of these without the prongs. And when the animal wouldn't do what you wanted it to do, you corrected it with the leash, and you said no, and you pushed it to put it into the place that you wanted it. So in other words, in order to get the dog to reach the goals that you wanted it to reach, you would do that by correcting it with the word no. You corrected it and you said no. And that's how you put the training on the dog. Okay. So as a trainer, one of my biggest achievements is going to be training my Basset Hound Barney. He was, as you might have known from my first posting, he was a stray found in the city of Dallas. And I ended up picking him up. He was 5 months old, very malnourished, and I picked him up for a Basset rescue group, and he knew that I had saved him, and actually multiple people came out of the shelter to see Barney get adopted because they were so excited to see him go. Well, I thought Barney was so good looking, I thought, why not do commercial with this beautiful Basset Hound? And I had no idea, and agility, what I would be getting into. Bassets are very stubborn. They are driven by their nose. Come here, Barney. And they're not wanting to please you like a Border Collie or Australian Shepherd. They are very much, their nose is the driving factor. So my challenge to myself was I wanted to do agility with this dog, and I wanted this dog to be able to do a hold, which is one of the most revered behaviors in the dog training world. Barney, come here. Barney, however, will not allow you to tell him no. Barney has to think that this is a good behavior, and he wants to do it. It took about 7 months for me to get him to understand what the clicker was all about, 7 months for me to get him the hold, and 7 months for him to do his weeks. However, Barney has become one of our go-to dogs for commercials, and it's kind of funny because directors put these ideas out, and they want a dog to be able to do the behaviors, and they end up with a Basset Hound that comes because Barney can do the behaviors because Mother has put the behaviors on him. And it's all about the relationship and him knowing that he gets to be rewarded for doing something he thought was a good idea. Itch. Itch. Okay. I rewarded him lifting up his right hind leg, because as you can tell, he's trying to figure out what I want to ask of him, and so he's trying to figure it out. Barney, itch. Itch. Yes, good boy. Huge reward for that. That was exactly what I was looking for. But I have sat back and I have waited for him to offer that. And he's a little confused because we've done these commands back to back. But I was waiting for that moment, that light bulb moment to go off with him to realize that is what I was looking for. So I'm going to see how this continues. Barney, itch. 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 Yes, good boy. And as you can tell, I have a Basset Hound, and he's very driven by the reward factor, and he's trying everything to get the little treat that I have for him. Ready? Barney, itch. Yes, beautiful, good boy. So I'm going to end on that because that was exactly what I was looking for, was that itching behavior, and he has had that light bulb moment. If I continue to push him, he's not going to be willing to work for me tomorrow or the next day on a set. So what I would do is I would gradually build on that, and I'm very proud of him because he's done an amazing job tonight. So my next demonstration, I am going to quote my yoga instructor on this one, is sometimes you have to be see the world upside down to see it right side up. And the next animal I'm going to bring out is Holly, my beagle, who by everyone's standards would be considered ADHD. So this is Holly. She is a full-bred beagle. I got her from a shelter, the Pound in Box Springs, paid $15 for her. And as I was saying in my video, by the standards of society, Holly would be on medication to help with her attention. She will not want to sit still. And I actually got her to be an agility dog, and she would have been an awesome agility dog. However, as you can tell, she's looking for what to do. And she does not do well off leash. And she does really well, however, when I have to go to dog nerd camps, because she likes to have a job to do, and she can go several hours for several days in a row. She travels well. She's been on a plane. She's been to out of the country, and I've gotten to do many things with her that I wouldn't with other dogs. However, if I were to say I want this dog to sit, stay, and this is how I'm going to measure her, we would never have any success. Yes, good girl. Because that's not what Holly wants to do. Another thing that I found with this dog is kayaking. She actually goes kayaking with me at White Rock Lake, and that has been an amazing experience as far as finding something that gives her a job without us having to butt heads, because she has a hard time containing her what you call stimulus control. So I wanted to show a few tricks with Holly, because Holly is my trick dog. If you need a trick, Holly is the dog to do it. So one of the things is Holly can hold a credit card, which actually when you have dogs that work with disabled people, it is a very function. Yes, good girl. I'm rewarding it because she just looked at me from something that's going on over there. So anyways, I just wanted to show you a few of the tricks with Holly before I conclude, just to let you know how awesome it is to work with a dog that most people would have dubbed as untrainable and not really wanting them in their household because it is a lot of energy. But yet, as you can see, she's such a wonderful dog to work with. Holly, ready? Ready? Take. Ready? Ready? Take. Hold. Yes, good girl. Ready? Take. Hold. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Ready? Spin. Yes, good girl. Down. Chin. Chin. Up. Come on. Down. Come on. Down. Chin. Stay. Yes, good girl. Yay! Good puppy.